Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll get this one up to the 26. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rivers now on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, hey, hey.
Second down, Rivers. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw, Rivers. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. Oh, nice fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ed Dixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Louis.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Super. 14.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Penny, a 1st down carry. They find some open field here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me. Here we go. 5-4.
Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, lift.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Here we go, boys. Here we go.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey, boys, go forward. Pull down. Keep it skinny. 5-4. Check. Check. Room.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Mark Barron not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rivers now. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
66.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Rivers. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, go orange.
Now Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Orange, orange, orange.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And Dixon over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Rivers on 1st down. Looking for his big receiver, Marshall. This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On first and goal, Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Here's Rivers. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Mark Barron in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Rivers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is taken around the 12. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hey, 76. 76. We're good.
Again, they run with Gurley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Val, you won.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. They've got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He'll get it up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. A shotgun snap for Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rivers. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good.
Zero. Load it. Load it.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down. Rivers. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Rivers now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Penny. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On 2nd down, here's Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nazir Jones there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on second down is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And it got a man. It's Woods. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, lift!
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Super one.
They run. It's Gurley. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Gurley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And Zerline's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's back to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He hits Baldwin right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. A handoff to Penny. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Penny. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for L.A., they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
You